Hi guys, how are you? How's everyone doing? Just let everyone come on in and get in here today. Just set everything up. Hope you all having a fantastic Sunday. Welcome to Skincare Sunday Live. Just let everybody jump on. Hey Mercedes, how are you? How's everybody's Sunday going so far? It's finally not raining where I am. It's been raining for like days on end. Hey Marie. Hey Johnny. Hey Kathleen. Jen. Happy Skincare Sunday. How are you? Super excited about today's topic. Hey Natalie. Hey Alicia. Hey Renee. Gracie. Letty. Can you please tell me? All right. Jennifer. Kim. Christy. Deborah. Cindy. Debbie. Pam, Jess. Hey, Carla, I'm so glad you made it as well. Oh, thank you so much. Talk like a hick you two to you. That's funny. All right. Hey, Beth. Hey, Faye. Anna. Andrea. All right. Hey, Helen. Hey, Michelle. Tracy. Everybody's coming in. How are you all? Oh, hey, Susan. Sorry about that. Oh, I am so good. Thanks for asking, Jen. I am so excited to be here. Oh, I know, right, Alicia? She said it's just finally stopped raining in Sac, too. I mean, for the first time, I can actually see blue skies. It's been crazy. Hi from Spain. Wow. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of housekeeping, and then we will talk about our topic today, which I'm very excited about because I get asked about this topic quite often. Hi from France and Kentucky, oh, Texas, oh, California. I love seeing where you all are from. It's really fun. Our squad has grown so much. So first step of housekeeping is thank you so much for all of your support recently. Our Elle squad has been exploding lately, and I just am so grateful and humbled. And it's just a fantastic community, and it's thanks to all of you for making this such a supportive community. So thank you so much. And the second piece is just going to talk on it real quick. If you guys don't know, I have applied for the Sephora Squad program. It is a year-long contract. I don't quite know exactly what it is. There's not a lot of information out there about it, but they are requesting testimonials from you all, and I know a lot of you guys have, so thank you so much in advance. I really appreciate it. I have linked the testimonial link in the description box underneath all of the information that we're talking about today. If you wouldn't mind, whenever you have a second, please don't feel obligated. You don't have to, but you can just write a little testimonial. I'll actually put it in the chat box as well if I can here. Maybe I can't. There we are. Okay. All right, so now that little housekeeping is out of the way. Yes, thanks to Marie, for sure. Marie introduced me to this program, and you know how awesome she is. So today's video is actually in partnership with Beauty by Design. You know, I have talked about Beauty by Design for a very long time. There's a company that I work with quite often. I use several of their products, and they're partnering with me on this video today to talk to you about hyperpigmentation. So now, you know, whenever I do a lot of partnership videos, I like to come at you from a very educational perspective. So we will be talking about Beauty by Design products and services, but we're really going to be talking about hyperpigmentation today because it is such a hot topic for myself as well as you all. I get questions about hyperpigmentation, I mean, every single day, and it is definitely one of those topics that can be extremely confusing, and there are many facets to this type of skin concern. So I want to thank Beauty by Design for partnering with me on this video. If you guys don't know what Beauty by Design is actually a service where you basically go on their website. Everything is in the description box, and they have licensed estheticians. Yes, estheticians have to be in the field for more than 3 years, so they are very knowledgeable. And you get your own what they call a skin-scription. So you pay $15, And then they really you send them pictures of your skin in natural light, you tell them your issues, and then they customize a skincare routine for you. Now that $15 that you pay goes towards product if you decide to indulge in their products. The reason why I like partnering with Beauty by Design is because their products are along our theme that starts, next week, which is Green, Clean, Healthy Week, and their products are non-toxic. They have no petrochemicals in them like silicones, no drying alcohols, preservatives that are harmful to the skin. So they kind of go along with my philosophy in skincare, and they are very, very helpful to you once you have some, issues, or if you have some sort of skin concern that you need to talk to a licensed professional. Also, their products are medical grade skincare, so that is a bonus. Again, you've heard me talk about this when we talked about the difference between Sephora, drugstore, and medical grade. Beauty by Design is a medical grade, clinical strength cosmetic line. So they're fantastic. So what I want to kind of talk, I have all my notes here, so I'm going to be toggling back and forth between my notes because it is a really kind of, it is a very difficult topic, hyperpigmentation, and I will answer questions at the end, just FYI. I'm going to kind of run through this because it's a stream of consciousness and it kind of needs to go together. So there are 4 mainstream, what I would call mainstream types of pigmentation, which is freckles, right? Then there is something referred to as like liver spots or sunspots, which is what I have. And those really get a lot more clearly defined by age. And they are spots that are caused more by UV damage or damage to the skin. There's also melasma. Melasma is one of the most difficult hyperpigmentation issues to get rid of. This can happen, basically through pregnancy. It can happen through age. It's a lot deeper than most of the other hyperpigmentation issues. It's definitely one that is lower on the skin level, and it appears on the face as kind of large brown patches with no kind of like distinct borders, like, sunspots have distinct borders. And then the last one, which we're really going to be focusing on today, is called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which is, this is a response to injury of the skin and can be result of acne, burns, aggressive clinical treatments, peels, microdermabrasion, lasers, IPL, and that basically is self-inflicted hyperpigmentation. And that's really what I wanted to speak to you guys about today, was that we probably, for a lot of us, a large portion of us that are dealing with hyperpigmentation, are sometimes causing this hyperpigmentation. You've noticed this kind of trend on my channel that I've backed away from aggressive AHA, BHA serums, over exfoliation, and gone to a more, hydrating, barrier protecting skincare routine, which again, like I told you before, we are going to be talking about that, but I want to give it some more time to give you real results, long lasting results, and how it's been working for me. And so that's what I really wanted to chat with you guys about today. I also want to encourage you, when you're dealing with different types of hyperpigmentation, is to get this looked at by a professional. That is also why I like Beauty by Design, because you can send them pictures of your hyperpigmentation and they will tell you what that type of hyperpigmentation is and how to treat that specific type. Because the different types, now obviously freckles I love. I don't see there any reason to treat freckles. But the other kind of more mainstream types of hyperpigmentation need to really be looked at by somebody that knows skin. Because you can think, oh, I have melasma. So for me, I have a little bit of melasma and I have sunspots. Now my melasma has gone away, a lot more over the past few years because of, great skincare and things of that nature, my doctor's treatments and things. But it's really a good idea to get this looked at by a professional so you know how to treat this, okay? There's a lot of research that's going into hyperpigmentation with several different types of ingredients. And so we're also going to be talking about that today as well. It's really important to be very careful when we're talking about exfoliation. The reason why post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is such on the rise is because I get a lot of people that say, oh, I use an acid toner, and then I use a glycolic or salicylic or something like that serum, and then I do, a physical exfoliation once a week or twice a week, and then it's just a lot of this, damaging, over damaging over time serums and ways that you are treating the skin that are breaking down your barrier function. And then when you go outside and that UV is hitting you, or in pollution and all of those things, it actually is making your skin react and have hyperpigmentation. Excuse me. And so that is really something that I wanted to bring to your attention, because I feel like nobody talks about this type of hyperpigmentation. By breaking down that barrier function, which is the top layer of the skin, it's how our skin protects itself and keeps our skin in great working order. When you start to barrier that, or break that down and degrade that barrier function, it allows our skin to be very susceptible to a whole host of pollutants and aggressors that are going to damage our skin. So that is one reason why you might also be seeing new hyperpigmentation come into your skin. So I hope that that makes sense. So the theme here is going to be all about the combination between peptides and vitamin C. Now, this has been researched, and by the way, in the description box, I have listed, oh Lord, so many different places where you can research this, where I have done my research. I've talked to Hillary, who is the lead esthetician and skin expert for Beauty by Design. We had a long, lovely conversation about this, and we put some clinical studies, because I know you guys are very into where is this information coming? Are there studies that support peptides and vitamin C in the reduction of melanin in the skin? Melanin, by the way, is the spots, the dark spots. The melanin is the coloring in our skin. And so all in the description box is all of the research, so you guys can look at it and empower yourselves from that angle as well. So the reason why vitamin C and peptides work so well. So as we know, we've talked about vitamin C so many times. Vitamin C is an antioxidant. Antioxidants repair our barrier function. They feed our skin. Vitamin C comes in many different derivatives. It basically protects our skin from, environmental aggressors. It helps our skin not break down or oxidize. It helps protect our skin against free radicals. Vitamin C is a very important ingredient in skincare. Now, peptides, and I want to kind of talk you through what peptides are. I've done a whole other video on it, but I want to talk to you about the difference here. So peptides is really just a fancy name for a short chain of amino acids. And they're kind of one of those new buzzwords that you're definitely hearing about. So the amino acids are what is called the building blocks of proteins. And you hear about this a lot with bodybuilders and athletes, but it's the same for our skin. So as you heard, peptides are really more, you've heard a lot more about them for anti-aging, right? For collagen production, because collagen is a protein made up of long chains of amino acids, all right? So that's important. That sit below the top layer of your skin. It provides structural and elasticity, and it is what gives our skin a smooth, firm appearance. And as we age, collagen gradually begins to break down, and our bodies no longer produce the peptides necessary to sustain production. And that is why peptides are so important here, and that's what they do for anti-aging. And that's kind of like the first generation of peptides is really there to support anti-aging collagen production in our skin, to naturally have our skin produce more collagen. There are a first generation, and then now there are second and third generations that now focus more on hyperpigmentation. I do want to talk to you because people get a little bit confused about the weight of peptides. The one reason that peptides work so effectively is because of their ability to easily bond to the molecule's preferred, because their ability to easily bond with other molecules in our skin. And that's what's important about peptides. So it's also important that you get a peptide serum that is very stable and formulated the correct way. Peptides are not a cheap ingredient. So for the most part, you're not going to find quality ingredients that are really that inexpensive, unfortunately. Most people also talk about peptides' molecular functions or structure are too large to penetrate the skin. And so what's important about peptides is that instead they rely on changing the chemical compounds and composition of the skin's membrane in order to send signals to the skin's cells below the epidermis. And so people go, oh, well, they're not, they're too big to penetrate the skin. But it's super important that some are, some aren't. But what they do is they have a communication with the other cells underneath the skin to relay the messages that we want for anti-aging and hyperpigmentation. So that is what's really cool about peptides. So I want to check in with you guys and make sure so far that this is making sense. All right. Yes. All right. Okay, good. Jennifer says this totally makes sense, Elle. I've been loving. Good, good, good. Hearing a lot about, Dale says, I'm hearing a lot about vitamin C and AM may cause hyperpigmentation. Dale, there is no real way how vitamin C used during the day can cause hyperpigmentation. I think what it is it's the lack of use of SPF and the amount of SPF. Vitamin C, all it does is protect our skin, like we talked about. So that's important to remember. All right, cool. So let's talk about, there are so many different types of peptides. I think a lot of people get in this rut that they think that peptides, there's like two of them. There are hundreds of peptides, and a lot of them are related to this elastin and collagen and hyperpigmentation. There's one, though, peptide that I want to talk to you about, which is called a Nano Peptide One. And Nano Peptide One is a skin lightening peptide derived from melanocytes stimulating hormones, which is also known as MSH. And this process reduces the formulation of unwanted pigmentation and allowing for the control over the skin's tone and brown spots. So you want to start looking for your serums to have this Nano Peptide One. You also want to make sure that there are many different types of peptides in your serums. It is really important not just to have like one peptide. Usually most quality and effective peptides, especially for serums for hyperpigmentation, are going to have a multitude of different types of peptides in them. So whenever you're looking at ingredients, really take that to heart and start to notice what peptides are in there. Also, hyperpigmentation can be an inflammatory response in the body. We talk a lot about internal health as well on this channel. So you also want to incorporate foods like artichokes, avocado, asparagus, turmeric. Obviously, we know turmeric is an amazing anti-inflammatory for the body, joints. I mean, it's really an amazing, supplement that we can take. Probiotics, prebiotics, digestive enzymes. Also, too, you want to do the kale and green apple, seaweed, sweet potatoes, butternut squash, peas, tuna, and salmon. They also have great B3 in those. And then, of course, vitamin C, we want to make sure we're getting enough internally from, acai, berries, oranges, things of that nature. So internal addressing this issue is super important as you do topical treatments as well. Yes, Jen, absolutely. Yes. You can cause rosacea. Chloe has just kind of beat me to the punch here. You can actually cause a lot of different skin concerns. I hear so many people talk to me about, oh, now I have sensitive skin. Now I have rosacea. Now I have hyperpigmentation. And a lot of this is really that overexfoliation, overuse of chemicals can cause a whole host of skin concerns that you did not have before. And sometimes they're not anything but what you're doing to your skin. So thank you for that as well. Our diet is so important, Cheryl. I cannot agree with you more, Cheryl. Absolutely. So also, let's now get to the kind of nitty gritty of why you might be causing this skin concern also, as I kind of led into it. I can't tell you how many times somebody tells me that they have now this skin concern, and it really made me really want to come back at you guys and start to educate you all. I don't think a lot of people talk about over exfoliation and barrier function. I think that a lot of people just want a quick fix, and I think a lot of people want something that is more aggressive because they feel like it's going to work better, and it's really being harmful to the skin. I'm going to tell you honestly, you know, like I said, if you saw my Instagram post the other day, that I've backed off of acids for a while because I was noticing that my skin was not reacting to skincare very well. My hyperpigmentation is not going away. And my skin was feeling not as elastic as it was. So I just kind of saw it also too from my perspective that if I was suffering with this and my hyperpigmentation was now still coming back, what was I doing to create that problem in my skin? And so that is something that we really need to take to heart, that you may be causing all of these skin concerns by really just overdoing it to the skin. More is not more in skincare. Always less is more. I always call myself extra, but my extra is always extra of like hydrating products, multiple essences, multiple serums that are like collagen boosting peptides, things of that nature. So that's how I call mine extra. Mine is a, a many-stepped process, which it doesn't have to be. I just am that person. And when I do my little video about a hydrating, barrier repairing skincare routine, you're also going to see some of my two favorite Beauty by Design serums that we'll talk about in 1 second in that routine, and I show you how I use them. And it's going to be all about barrier repairing. So just keep an eye out for that. It should be next month. All right. So let me just check in with everybody. So True says, I feel vitamin C serum made my hyperpigmentation worse. So what you also might be experiencing is when hyperpigmentation is leaving the skin is that it comes up to the upper layers of the skin and then obviously sloughs off naturally or with exfoliation. So sometimes hyperpigmentation gets a lot worse before it gets better because that's the way it kind of comes out of the skin. It's a great thing to bring up. Okay. All right, so let's talk about real quick, and then I'll get to some questions here. Let's talk about some of my favorite Beauty by Design products. So if you are interested in, just so you know, you don't have to get a full routine by them. You can absolutely buy products one-offs. Like you can say, hey, I want X, Y, and Z, and then they can go ahead and send that to you. But I want to tell you my top 2 products from Beauty by Design to support this whole process that I've been using recently and really been enjoying. And I've really been giving these a long test to see how they've been doing, and I've been really enjoying them. So my top 2 that I've been loving is the Treat 527, and this is a mega jam-packed peptide serum. By the way, Beauty by Design has changed a lot of their packaging. This is now glass. Very important that some of your peptides are in glass, okay, or have a more airtight seal. But this has, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This has 10 different peptides in it, or as I should say, combination of peptide families, so a lot more than 10. And it does have the Nano Peptide One that I was just talking to you about. This is such a beautiful serum, honestly. It is super hydrating, super hydrating. A little bit goes a long way. And I have been applying this. So what I do is I go Essence, Growth Factors, this serum. It is so hydrating and amazing. Oh my gosh, I love this serum. A little bit goes a long way, by the way, guys. This serum, letting it sit for a few minutes, and then I've been going into with this serum, which is the Treat 516, and all of this is in the description box, you guys, okay? And this is a vitamin C CoQ10 ferulic acid serum, and this is more of a creamy consistency. So then this goes on after the peptide serum and then my moisturizer and SPF. So that's how I have been using this bad boy. Beauty by Design does make an amazing SPF. This is SPF 30. I've loved this. This is one of my favorite sunscreens to actually recommend for more oily to combination skin types. It does not leave a white cast on the skin. This is also a physical sunscreen because chemical sunscreens can have a potential to be a hormone disruptor, everybody. But this sunscreen also contains peptides. So that's a kind of a skin and care ingredient in with your sunscreen. If you're looking to treat your skin with more peptides, this also has those in it. I've asked them to make a bigger bottle because I love this one. It is really a fantastic, lightweight, feels like nothing on the skin. I have it on today. So those are my tried and true for this routine. Again, I have been using these for a while now, and you all say when I try a new product for a while, I can tell if it's working because you guys are like, wow, your skin really glows. It's like very plump and firming. I also haven't done Botox in over 8 months because I wanted to really see how that skincare was addressing just those deep issues. I'm not getting it. I'm getting it probably for my 40th birthday, which will be next month. But I also just kind of wanted to take a break and just see how skincare was doing on the skin. And I have been loving these too. So if you guys are really looking for a great skincare routine or great peptide serums that you know are well formulated, I urge you guys to reach out to Beauty by Design. Tell them that I sent you. Tell them they're my friends. Tell them I sent you. They are an LA-based business, which, you know, I have my heart, you know, lives in LA. My daughter was born there. But I urge you to reach out, see what they can do for you, you know, see what they can help you with and diagnose you and, you know, help you along your skincare journey, because sometimes I can't get to all of DMs or, you know, you need kind of advice now. You basically can talk to them all throughout your whole experience. So check them out, see what you think. A lot of people have tried them on here and really have enjoyed them. So all right, so let's get to some, let me know if you have questions about Beauty by Design. Beauty by Design's estheticians are online right now, so if you have any questions, they'll be happy to answer them for you. And yes, Michelle, Beauty by Design does offer growth factor stem cell serums. They have quite a large range of them. Beauty by Design's products, because of the way that they are sold, they're not sold in stores, do give a lot lower prices of its serums overall. So that is something that you can absolutely talk to them about for sure. Okay. Oh, Karen, you're so sweet. My birthday is March 11th. All right, let me answer any of these questions for you. Thank you. I hope that this makes sense, you guys. So keep those questions coming in. I know it can be a confusing topic. All right. Oh, Kaylee says her birthday's the 25th. Happy birthday. Yeah, Angela says, I believe in skincare, but it's really gotten very complicated now. So many products and so many different combinations, hard to know what to use. Absolutely. And honestly, if you feel that way, obviously you can always reach out to me. But if you really need some help, I would recommend reaching out to the estheticians at Beauty by Design. They will be helping you with a little bit more navigation of this. I know it can get kind of complicated. Let's see here. She says, lively life. Why my face is darker than my body? Usually it means that well, most of the time it means that your face has been more exposed to sun. And so this is usually covered up. So more sunscreen, my love. Are the lasers the only way to treat broken blood vessels? Pam, they are one way to treat them, but honestly, broken blood vessels, if you start to treat them internally as well, which is probiotics, prebiotics, digestive enzymes, things of that nature, you will see them and be shocked to see them go away, because broken blood vessels can sometimes be a notification for you that you're having an inflammatory response in the body or your liver isn't working properly. So something that you can definitely treat topically as well as start to really treat it internally. All right. Oh, hey, Graciela. She's using her husband's account. Okay. Okay, so Jamie said, so it's Graciela. I want to read this to you guys. I'm using my husband's account. I gave my personal testimony about using Beauty by Design for the past 8 months, and my melasma is almost gone. Thank you, Graciela. I appreciate that. This is also a really good point to let you know that pigmentation, like I said, is extremely hard to deal with and takes a very long time. So if you're going to start on a hyperpigmentation routine, please give it time, okay? Just like you would give all skincare. All right. They have all sorts of, they have a full skincare line, guys. So they have, of course, they're one of their eye serums is one of my favorites. I actually need to get it again. I just ran out. I think threading brought out hyperpigmentation above my eyebrows when I started using vitamin C. That's interesting. I don't know. Meredith says, what is your favorite physical sunscreen right now? Honestly, I have a couple. I am obsessed with sunscreen. So the Color Science, May Love, Beauty by Designs, and then the Ulta MD. Lively Life, does rose hip oil improve hyperpigmentation? Yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can. Absolutely. It's a form of vitamin A. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Meredith. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Does lemon with water affect reproduction system? I'm not sure, Lively Live. I'm not a doctor. I don't know about that. Oh, I have the same birthday as Sarah's sweet younger brother. Aw. Oh, Karen, you're so sweet. She goes, my melasma is gone because of Elle. Love you, Karen. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good. SPF is so important. So I also get the question from a lot of people like, what serums would you use for hyperpigmentation? Oh my God, I talked to my girlfriend the other day and she's like, I am having hyperpigmentation. Help me out. So I'm giving her all these serums and then I go like this to her. Do you wear sunscreen? And she goes, no, not really. I was like, okay. So the first step is to make sure you are applying sunscreen. That is the first step, and making sure you reapply it every 2 hours. Chrissy says, my PM skincare takes about 2 hours. Allow everything to sink in. Good for you, girl. Thank you, Kylie, about the Sephora thing. I really appreciate it. So if I have an area on my cheek that my bronzer doesn't let, my bronzer go on, is that hyperpigmentation? I'm not sure, Robbie. I'd have to see a picture of it. That's why it's really important to show people pictures of the hyperpigmentation or like Beauty by Design so they can really see what it is. Let's see here. You're so welcome, Lisa. I appreciate it. What is your favorite vitamin C serum? Oh my gosh, Jasmine, I have so many vitamin C serums. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a post on Instagram of my current top favorite vitamin C serums. I'm going to do that. Remind me if I haven't done that next week and I'll do it for you guys because there's about 4 that I'm like, I die for, okay? Die for. This is very great, you guys. This one by Beauty by Design is one of them that'll be in it. Okay. I escape sunscreen because it dries my skin. Any suggestions? Faye, try a hydrating SPF. Honestly, try like an Ulta MD or what's that one you guys love on the Facebook group? Oh my gosh, what's something gold? Australian gold? Yeah, I agree, Kat. She says, don't bother with anything else if you aren't using sunscreen. I totally 100% agree. Jennifer, I love the Josie Moran sunscreen. It's very hydrating. It's good. Karen says, my dermatologist shoves SPF down my throat. Yeah, agreed. How can you reapply sunscreen every 2 hours after makeup is on? I recommend using a brush-on sunscreen or a spray sunscreen, not the one that you get like for your body. Like they make special facial sunscreen sprays. That's what I recommend. Is there a sunscreen that can be applied over makeup? Yes, any kind of brush-on sunscreen. I love the Color Science Sunforgettable for that. Is Beauty by Design similar to, sorry, I lost the question. I think you said, is Beauty by Design similar to Curology? Oh, I don't know. Thank you, Marie. Yeah, that's what she said. Very similar. Very, very similar. Same idea, for sure. But Curology doesn't have other serums. They only kind of do like a prescription strength, like tretinoin, niacinamide combination, alzaic acid, that type of thing. If I'm not correct, if I'm incorrect, let me know. Okay. Yay, Karen. I love it. Thank you so much. Oh, Rhonda, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Robbie says, Kate Somerville has a spray. Yes, Robbie, but be careful of the alcohol content in that spray. I used to use it, and then I realized it has a high alcohol count in it. Can you also recommend... okay, yes. So, you know what, Debbie, there's a couple I would recommend. DM me on Instagram. But this one is a great one too. This is by Beauty by Design, Treat 510. That's also in the description box as well. All right. Okay. Will sunscreen help with protection from blue light? Yes, that does. I believe Beauty by Design, if you guys want to, if you're on here, let me know, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this has blue light SPF as well as the pharmacy's green screen as also blue light as well. But it needs to be formulated for it. Thank you, Beauty by Design. I appreciate you chiming in there. All right. Elle, you are so amazing. My skin is looking fabulous after you've helped me with my skincare routine on Instant Go. Thank you, Carol. Hey, Carol, it's so good to hear from you. Thank you so much, Carol. I'm so happy to hear that you're getting such good results with that. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Yes, Heather. She says, Peter Thomas Roth makes a good brush-on sunscreen. I agree. Debbie says, what do you think about the Seriously Fab spray sunscreen? I actually talked about it in a few videos a little while ago. I keep it in my purse or in my car. I think it's great. Okay, so somebody's asking, I use my light steam for acne in the middle of my forehead, and now I have dark pigmentation in that area. Why? I would love to know what your nationality is or your ethnicity. If you are of Asian descent, blue light can give you the reverse. Unfortunately, it can give you hyperpigmentation. Blue light sometimes can do that. I would switch to yellow or white or green. Okay. I love the Kula drops, the SPF Kula drops, but they're not a physical sunscreen, Faye, and I'm trying to only go physical sunscreens. Supergoop does not have alcohol in it. Thank you, Heather, for reminding me. Supergoop does not. They have a great spray, SPF spray. I totally forgot about that. I used to be addicted to that. Oh, Karen, you're so sweet. All right. So the affordable sunscreens that are spray-on, I believe, honestly, I don't think that Supergoops is very expensive. Check it out. All right. Is the DGG extra strength too much with glycolic acid? Kelly asks. I don't think so, but you have to work your way up, Kelly. Absolutely work your way up and use it sparingly. Yes, your lips need sunscreen, Lisa, but there is a whole host of lip balms that have sunscreen. I use, is it June Jacobs? I forget what it's called, but I think that's what it is. This is off topic, Elle, but have you used the New Face device? Yeah, I never got great results, and I didn't love the gel that New Face developed, but there's another thing on the market called Zip, and I am thoroughly intrigued, and so I'm looking into getting that. Thank you, Robbie, for saying that. Okay, great. Thank you, Diana, for that suggestion. I have not heard of it, but thank you. Just gotta, for me, it's like, you know, choose your physical, your favorite physical sunscreen. Honestly, I don't love chemical sunscreens. Janice, blackheads on the nose. There's a lot of things you can do. Obviously exfoliation, but you're going to hear me talk about a lot about this year is internal. To me, blackheads and congestion is a lot about too many maybe products that have silicones in them or irritating ingredients, so they're clogging your pores, maybe not enough exfoliation, but also internal health as well. Aloe vera can be great for hyperpigmentation, absolutely, but it's more for soothing and calming and hydrating and feeding the skin. Thank you so much, Heather. I appreciate it. Supergoop spray is only about $28 a bottle, and it's huge. It's like this big. Yeah, the fresh SPF tinted lip balm. Absolutely, Karen. There's so many out there. Oh, you're welcome, Karen. Thank you so much. I mean, Jennifer, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome. Perfect. We all need to use physical SPF, zinc oxide, and titanium oxide, I think, LOL. Chemical ones are unsafe or safety not determined. I agree. Laura, I don't like to do blanket statements, but there are potentials for harmful side effects in chemical sunscreen. So that's why I personally have backed off to only physical. If you guys want me to talk about face mapping, let me know. I can definitely do a Skincare Sunday live on face mapping. There are stable vitamin C's like Lemieux and Truth treatments, absolutely. And the vitamin C's by Beauty by Design are all stabilized as well, you guys. It's very important to look for that. Great, Kate. Thank you, Kat. Thank you so much for allowing me to know that this is making sense to you. I appreciate it. As well, thank you, Beauty by Design, for coming in on here. Beauty by Design will absolutely help you with all of these kind of issues. Daniela says, can I use glycolic acid followed by a BHA exfoliant after I apply retinol? Whoa, girl, that is a lot of exfoliation. Daniela, I would pick just one. Daniela, if you want to look in my video that says the ingredients not to use together, and that is something that will help you with that. No, lactic acid and vitamin C you can absolutely use together, Trisha. For sure. Okay, so you guys want me to do face mapping. Okay, cool. All right. I will definitely do that. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you guys were so interested in it. Okay. It's a really interesting topic if you guys don't know what face mapping is. Oh my gosh, it's so interesting. It blew my mind. I learned a little bit about it when I was in aesthetics school, but I've been doing a lot more research over the past 8 months on it. That's why you've heard me talk more about internal health lately. You'll see why. I agree, Karen. Okay, cool. All right, you all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for all of the love, the tips. I appreciate it. That money goes right back into you guys, back into my channel. I really appreciate your time. There's been so many of us now on these lives. I just really thank you. I go live every first and third Sunday of the month at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I just love it. I just love this. This is one of my favorite parts of my channel, is to really get to be able to communicate with you guys. Warm water on face isn't good, I find. Thoughts? It depends. Warm water usually is what we recommend for washing the face. Okay, so everybody wants to know about face mapping. All right. Okay, you know what? I'll put that in the schedule, you guys. And I'll make sure that it's a Skincare Sunday live so you guys can ask questions. So stay tuned for that. All right. Face mapping. You guys are all very, very interested in that. Okay. Okay. Cheryl, remind me. I'm going to put it in my notes, but remind me. And I think Marie said she'd remind me about the vitamin C. I thought it'd be good to put it on Instagram so you guys can find it. Jamie says, after getting microdermabrasion, can you use Tatcha rice powder daily? Yes, but give it a good week to 2 weeks. Let that barrier repair itself, guys. Let that barrier repair itself. Oh, thank you, Heather. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind and generous. Thank you. Okay, cool. So face mapping is going to be on the agenda probably for the next Skincare Sunday live. So keep that noted. So remember, every first and third Sunday of the month is when I do Skincare Sunday live. So join me for face mapping. All right. And I might try to get a quote from Dr. Ben Johnson of Osmosis and maybe Dr. Ben Fuchs. I'm going to try to get some quotes from them on face mapping. All right, cool. Rafaela, I have a whole video about niacinamide. Check it out whenever you get a chance, my love. If traveling, how do you bring your products with you? Oh, that's a great question, Deanna. Honestly, I have 2 different bags that I bring. So my Hardware Beauty brush roll is for my palettes, brushes, and then I store my essence in there. But I have now a small, tiny travel essence for Tatcha. And then I have a whole other bag that's separated for skincare. I know, it's a lot, you guys. I bring my whole routine with me. Sharon says, can you do all-in-one serums on Instagram too? Yes. Okay, I need to remember all of these. Yes, okay. All-in-one serums on Instagram. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Michelle, for supporting that. I appreciate it. All right. So Let's see here. Can you let us know if oil goes down before moisturizer or vice versa? Okay, so it's the last question I'll answer. Beauty with Nurse Carly. It is a personal choice. I will say that. I choose to put oils on first because most of the oils I use have skincare loving properties to them. So I want those to penetrate into the skin. And then I put my moisturizer on top of that to just lock everything in. So that's just my personal preference of how I do skincare. Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. Heather, I'm actually going on a trip this weekend. Well, yeah, this next coming weekend. So I'll show you how I do that on Instagram. That's where I do a lot more of these things, you guys. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do, and in the stories section. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you enjoy your weekend. I love you all so, so much, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye.